Welcome, everyone, to the fifth episode of SVU Sports Weekly. I'm your host, Connor Chen. I'm also the general manager of the Knights Table Collective. The Knights Table Collective was created in order to support student athletes by facilitating NIL opportunities as well as helping them further in their careers. So we're going to do a scoreboard roundup like usual, shout out to our sponsor, and then get into the teams themselves. So we had 15 games over this past week, a lot of wins, a lot of good things. The Knights did well. So before we get started, we're going to move on to our sponsor segment here. Shout out to G2G Bars. G2G Bars are the perfect energy boost for athletes and sports enthusiasts. And here's some great news for other listeners and viewers, as you've heard before. By using the code Constant Sports, you can get an exclusive 15% off discount for all G2G bar purchases. So that is Constant Sports. Excuse me. That's the code to use. So go on to women's volleyball to recap the week. The women's volleyball team played in three matches this week. They're currently tied for third place in the USA South Conference, and the team went 2-1 during their week. They lost to Eastern Mennonite College 2-3, and then wins versus Salem College 3-0 and versus Methodist 3-2. Madison Green, freshman from Mesa, Arizona, led the team in blocks against Salem College and Methodist. We have Brooklyn Madeline, freshman from Mission Viejo, California, has had 27 kills in the past three games. Brandon Clyde, junior from Idaho Falls, had a season high five digs against Eastern Mennonite. Sidney Bassett, junior from Winston-Salem, had a season high 20 kills against Methodist this week. Now on to men's soccer. The men's soccer team continued to play very, very well this past week. They had two games, winning one and losing another. SVU leads the USA South in points, goals, assists, and goals allowed. Their win versus Greensboro was a 3-1 victory. They had goals by Gavin Young, Benjamin Sinister, and Tanner Godner. And then versus North Carolina Wesleyan, they lost 1-3 with the lone goal coming from Benjamin Sinister again. So on to women's soccer. The women's soccer team played two games this week, continuing their unbeaten streak. The Knights are currently in first place with 15 points, and they're 5-0 in the league. So after a great start, it's going to put them well into the lead as we continue on in the season. They played Mary Baldwin, winning 4-0. We had goals by McKenna Winterton, senior from Charlottesville, Virginia, Amy Giles, freshman from Rigby, Idaho, Mabel Harris, junior from Highland, Utah, and Elise Huber, senior from Henderson, Nevada, all scoring goals in that game. Then on to Brevard, we had a goal by Tessa Miller, freshman from Lehigh, Utah. So going on to this upcoming week, the Knights are riding a five-game winning streak into that week. Now on to men's football, they traveled to Brevard, playing the USA South opponent, losing that high-scoring matchup 49-28. Touchdowns were scored by Kevin Williams, freshman from Bizarre, Louisiana. We had Isaac McMullen. He also scored a touchdown. We had Alex Lanetree scored a touchdown. Scott DePace scored a touchdown. And Ramal Metallo, freshman from St. George, had interception last week, had another interception this week, almost took it back for a pick six. So that was really cool to see. And then freshman Seth Dahl from Highland, Utah led the team in tackles. Now to women's field hockey, they played two games this week. They played Hood College, losing in that matchup, and Goucher College losing in that one. And Ellie Agnew, freshman from Waukee, Iowa, scored a goal this week, assisted by Ashley Ferguson, sophomore from Herndon, Virginia, at her first assist week. And under rugby, they were off. Men's tennis was off. No games there. The women's tennis team stayed undefeated at 4-0 against Randolph College, smacking them 8-1. Singles, we had singles, they played well. Doubles, they played well again. The doubles, Jillian and Paula were 4-0. Leah and Grace, excuse me, 4-0. Remley Fry and Lydia were 3-1 there. And yeah, like I said, the singles played well there. You know, Leah Savage was still 3-0, freshman from Rockland, California. Jillian, I believe, is still 3-0 from junior from Johnson, Colorado. All playing very well there on the court. Now, women's and men's cross country were off this week. No races there. Just got to get the bodies right. So that's looking good. Men's golf traveled to Georgia for their competition at the West Pines Golf Tournament. And we had Nick Johnson, sophomore from Gray, Georgia, finished 13th out of 94. I believe he shot a 73 and 73 consecutively in those two rounds. And then Brogan Bennett, junior from Mantua, Utah, finished 42nd. A few of the Knights, I think six total, played well. So that was good to see it. And the men's and women's swimming had their first swimming match of the year at Sweetbriar this week. I did not get stats or anything on that. So hopefully they did well there. And another segment I like to call the special feature, SU Newcomer of the Week, is Madison Green, freshman from Mesa, Arizona. She led the team in blocks against Salem College and Methodist. So It was fun to see. And then Mamal Metallo, freshman from St. George, like I said, had back-to-back interceptions leading into those, or this Saturday. He had one last Saturday as well. So upcoming games before we wrap up today's show. We're going to take a quick look into the upcoming games. So mark the calendars. We got Monday, men's golf's home, women's golf's home. We have women's, or I guess that's in Lexington. I consider it a home match. Women's tennis is home. Tuesday, men's golf and women's golf, same place. Men's tennis at Shenandoah. Women's soccer is home. The Wednesday is women's field hockey is away. Thursday, no games. Friday, women's and men's cross country is at Salem. Men's and women's swimming is at Hampton Sydney. Saturday, we have men's soccer is away. Women's volleyball is away. Women's soccer is away. Rugby is home. And women's volleyball is away. So thanks for everyone listening and joining in today. This has been another episode of SVU Sports Weekly. We hope you enjoyed the show. We got a closer look at the talent that is boasted at Southern Virginia University. And remember to support your SVU athletes and attend games. Stay locked in on what they're doing. You can also go to www.knightstablecollective.com to learn more about Knights Table Collective, what we're trying to do for the athletes there. On our website, we've got membership options, we've got merch, we've got different opportunities for businesses or individuals to support and benefit the student athletes as we go forward into the season here, almost halfway for some of the sports. So don't forget to like and subscribe this video, show your love and support for SVU student athletes. And this has been another episode of the SVU Sports Weekly Recap, and we'll see you next Sunday. Bye.